Hey everybody, welcome in this new episode of Juno Live, where we continue to develop our blogging platform that anyone can fork and launch in their own container, okay, satellites. Alright, so let's continue and see where we stand. So I did not work too much on it this weekend. I mean, not directly, because I'm working on some indirect things that hopefully we might be able to test next week or the week after. That's gonna be really cool. But yeah, meantime, we were at this point. So I'm able to sign in, create a post, right? And today, May 26, those are saved on in our container, in our satellite. See, if we go to the administration console that runs locally, right? I should have a satellite for these tools, and if we go in the storage, I'm gonna sort by this, maybe descending. Yeah, you see we save data. Last week we also started implementing something to upload images. Right here we build that, and so at this point, I mean, that's the bare minimal, but we kind of write a blog post, right? So maybe let's even do like right, so we have a blog post, right? And now the next step is to make those available for the public, because again, here I'm in an administration view, and what we want to have is have like both admin and user view. So I added like a publish action in the menu, which open a modal where we have today's work to do. So my idea here is that we build a wizard, and maybe we can picture that. So my idea is that we have a wizard, and in the first step the user can maybe edit title, description, and or maybe we do just one step. That's a good point. Maybe we do just one step. I mean, unless the success and so on. Anyway, and here the URL, and somewhere what I want to build is having like, maybe we can have it like that, and here we have like a summary or what the blog post will be. Maybe it's better than having multiple steps. Let's see. And then here we have a button publish, and I guess that when it publishes, let's go to a next step where we're gonna have something like in progress, right? And if there is an error, I guess we're gonna come back here with a toast or something, and if it's good, then we're gonna have that success, and maybe in the success pane we can add a link to public post. Right, so basically what you have to do is we're gonna have like build metadata, review it, publish, then discuss how we want to publish, and then we are good. All right, so let's do that. All right, so publish. I will, to spare time, I will again go to proposal.network, where we probably have some input. Oh yeah, but that's outdated. Oh, that's really specific, I guess. Oh no. So I got an input with placeholder that has an input field. Do I have something more modern in Juno? Let's see. Probably not. No, it's same. All right, so let's do that. Maybe have a value here. Oh, okay. So we want to have the title. So I created a root called nothing here, I guess. Or do we have profile, haute, core, modal? So we have the publish, right? Okay. So in that publish modal, as I said, we want to have some kind of steps. So let's define those. So we're gonna have like step which gonna be init, in progress, success, and error maybe, or we go, yeah, let's see if we need that one. And when we start, it's always init, and here step equals in progress, or even success maybe. Success, else step equals in progress, and else. Let's do that. And maybe a if here. So here we're gonna have here success. Maybe it's a P. Of course, that's to do, right? In progress. And here we want to have the publish edit. I think we're gonna do that. And I want to have a fade effect, so that when we navigate, there is a bit like a, so that way it's not too rough on the edges. And here I propose that we create directory publish, and we add a component called publish edit. And do we get anything here? Not really. On close. Do we have on close in it? Yeah, if we add the button cancel, I guess. So like this, and here we add publish edit on close. All right, and I guess we want to have the form in this main component, and from this one we're gonna click to go to the next step and run the form. So but the form will be deconnected. But is that an issue? Do we need a form? Yeah, yes. Form. Yes. And submit. Alright, so here we're gonna do a on submit with async, I guess. Like this. This one gonna be but on submit we wanna have, what do I use for on submit? Submit event, yes. Submit event. Okay, so here let's have the const publish. That will be let's call it on submit. Here it's gonna be async, and here we will prevent default to not update the URL, and here we will do the effective publication that we will create a service, and here we pass this one. All right, why does it complete? Yeah, I will come. All right, so and here we're gonna have a value. Super. Okay, so we want to have something like that. So we have the title here. Yes, publish edit text title. So publish edit text title, and here we're gonna want an input field. Then did it render a div? Yes. What do we want? We want the description. Do we want to have it optional? Yes, whatever. So description, and then here we want to have to do URL. I'll come to this later. And then we want to have to do, we want we says, or I said we want to have a preview. Yeah, so we put everything one in the same preview blog post. Do I have a notion of toolbar here somewhere? Yes, you see. I have no idea if there is a class for that, but oh yeah, but that's really specific. Button. Yeah. Alright, so button toolbar. What's that? Looks funky. Yeah, but it's in the toolbar, not submit. So yeah, so div class aside. Yeah, I will use. Is there a role for a role toolbar, by the way? Yes, nice. So we want a button of type button that will be the cancel option. I guess we have a label for that. Cancel, yes. And we want a button of type submit that will be on submit. And publish. So publish text publish. All right. So why is it complaining? Come on. Ah, yeah, I'm dumb. Sorry for that. No, we don't have that. We just have a button here. And I guess we're gonna need some style at some point. Like, I can imagine that the toolbar, we need a display flex and a gap. All right, what does it look like? All right, not too bad. Yeah, technically this one should be a primary button because otherwise we don't know that. So yeah, that's not like super important, but still I would like to have that. So is it called primary, but it's in button, which is a bit dumb. So technically I can call this one button. Wait before breaking everything. Is that used somewhere? Okay, so let's call that button, which is a bit a dumb name. Default? Is that a reserved keyword? Anyway, like this, and then we add the style primary. So what do we want? We want background color primary. No thanks. Color primary contrast, and if it's not disabled, how does look? Yeah, not yet. Ah, yeah, but it works better when you use your own medicine, right? Yeah, it's a bit ugly. So there is no tertiary color. Seriously? Oh, variable. So we have theme, privacy. Oh yeah. Funny. So oh no, that's even worse. So let's just do that for now. All right. So we want the title. Okay. So for the title, we want an input field. So here I think I spotted an input field before. Alright, so do we want to bind those or just pass them on submit? Yeah, I don't know. I will just bind them. Ah no, that's stupid. So the title will be here, right? So here I will have an input type text bind value title, right? So what did I do? Yeah, and what? Where? What? Oh, why did this disappear? Description input. Where? Okay. Deal. Yeah. Come on. So why is this not the full length? Right, something like that. Yeah, and padding, no, margin. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Now, the thing is, like last week, what we implemented that when the title change here, it actually updates the metadata with per extension update IndexedDB and the container. By the way, I changed I removed. Last week we used here document.query selector, which was relatively ugly, right? So I added a new context for the editor where I can save a reference to the editor, and this way here we are able to get a direct reference to the object on which we want to take the first H1. Technically here I could even check if it's the first element, but yeah. Alright, so we have the metadata. So technically we can take the editable data. So when this component renders, what I can do is an on-mount or an effect. On-mount. On-mount, we can load. Let's call it like that. So okay. All right. And here. Oh, what do we do if there is an error? It's a bit weird. So, hoopla. If there is an error here, it's really like bad. So we're gonna close and we're gonna toast an error. And the message will be get editable, unable to load the post metadata and content. This is unexpected. Yeah, it's not like. Alright, so where was here. Here I will close a bit. So here we're gonna have either publish, edit, no, error, get editable, and here we send the errors. What? Omit message. Ah, yeah. All right. Okay. So when I get the editable, I get the metadata, the post content, and the post key. We don't really care about the post key, but we do care about the metadata and the content. So metadata and content, right? And if we get the metadata, we can initialize the title. And since I'm already here, I will also add the description, right? Can't this return null? I guess so. So just for the state of the art, editable. If editable is nullish, editable ou editable dot length, we just silently ignore that, or we display an error. No, we're gonna silence that. No. So what we're gonna do is here I put this and const yeah. So const handle error on load unknown, and here we do that, and here we do, and here we do this. Yes, okay, super. All right, so if I refresh my screen, I should have a title now. No, I don't have a title. What the hell? What did I do? So one step at a time. Oh yeah. So we got the content, we got the, but we don't get the we don't get the post metadata, which is a bit weird, because here I save the metadata, no? So if we check the memory here, yeah, we have, oh, what's happening? Ah yeah, of course. Yeah, it's a bit special. So it's because query selector, you see there is no H1 because this one is a is a P, and then there is no H1 plus P because this one is a P after a P. So maybe we should just take the first line and the second line, and assuming, yeah, this could be nice. So that would be what's the first line? Is the NTH. Is that correct? Oh la la. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's 1 or 2? No man, sometimes I ask myself serious things. Ah. It's because we got a reference here, but this has a content editable. Oh. Funky. So this means that we want actually to have content editable article come on. Yeah, but what if there is some case sensitive or whatever? Should not matter. No, we just want content editable, I guess. Oh, we just pick the first and let's just pick the first. I think we're gonna be fine. So here that would be first element child. The article contains a div that is the content editable container, and then we have not too bad. All right. Okay. So now if I go to publish, yeah, that's better. So blah blah doc editor, fix getting title and this H1. All right, blah blah blah. We have this, and we want also a description, and the description I think will be more like a text area. So text area rows, I don't know, like 5. Woo! Putain, sorry. Bind value. What? No, it's not the same. How do I handle text area here? Seriously, I don't have text area in Juno? That's kind of fun. Do I have a text area here? No, neither. do I had like a text area in the original Papyrus? Ah, yeah. Even here, you see? Ah, that's not too bad. Okay. Row 5. And we have bind value description. Bind value description. And yeah. Okay. So that's interesting. So now we should have both. Super. So let's sorry, text area. Okay, why not? And then now we want to have some limitation on the size. So what we gonna do is I'll add like a constant. Let's do publish. Yeah, we can review that. So this means that in the doc editor first we should limit here what substring. What does it do if I have like a const temp? Does it crash an error? No. Okay. But it works if I do that. Yes. So we have that. So here we're gonna use and this means as well that in the edit here when we load, yeah, and when we load here we do the same, and then so we take placeholder. That's a nice add-ons, and the size. Right, and we do the same for the image. Oh, the image. The title, please. Okay. Nice. And here, yeah, it cut it down. So what we can do instead of this is yeah, let's keep it that way for now. If description is length to chars plus, that will be a bit more beautiful, I think. Yeah. All right, so we have those two, which is nice, and And now we're gonna come back to the URL. Let's add a preview. So for the preview, that kind of would be nice to have like a the HTML. So let's see how I do that in proposal.networks, because somewhere in the process here you have a preview. HTML Markdown. That sounds like the kind of stuff that, yeah, Markdown to HTML is what we want. So we can do two things. We can don't do a preview, and then we just change a flag. Let's say that's the browser, that's the satellite. We can do nothing here, no preview, and here we just change a flag, like do it, and we build a serverless function that generates the HTML, and then do the generate. Oh, that's really small. How do I zoom? Here. And then it generates the HTML and it uploads it back here. So the advantage of that is that the publish on the front end side is quick and all the work is done in the back end, and yeah, it's kind of nice. But the user will only see what really result once this is published, and my idea anyway is to show a progress until it's finished, not like to defer the work and say, okay, this one can continue to edit and then wait. So at least right now I'm thinking that the user will wait. So for those reasons I kind of think that we should not do that, but instead here we should generate the HTML, we present a preview to the user, so the user can say, oh yeah, that's what I want, and then here we send the HTML on the wire, and then we set the flag do it, kind of like a two steps, you know, like the publication will work like one, upload HTML, two, trigger or set flag publish, and three, generate the route. And this last step, maybe we can do that in a serverless function. So let's steal some code. All right, so we're gonna go full steal stuff. So we're gonna take this markdown util here, and I'll put it in our things here, and I need marked. All right, and what version of marked do I use? 15. All right, so what version do I get? Yeah, good. So, and do, okay, great. So then it means that here we should have this stats compiled now. Why is it complaining? Behind. Yeah, blah blah blah. Just because he wants that. Alright, and now that we have the script, we can borrow this one, which also use this. Alright. Okay, so let's do that. So we're gonna have like let's call it like that. So we do in our things, we create a component HTML markdown. Right, interface props, and as property it takes markdown. And on mount on the effect, const transform markdown to HTML. Effect, and here let's put the content here, and here we tac, transform pop markdown. This way every time it changes it triggers that stuff. And funny guy. Or could it be nullish? It cannot be nullish here since we do that. And here we have let HTML state string defined. Right, and right. Why did I do that? I have no clue. But that's probably for something else, because no, we want markdown. No, we don't want markdown, we want HTML. So it's because I use the editor. I'm a funny guy. I use the editor here to display the text, but I set it as editable to false. I'm not sure why I do that. It's because I want to render HTML, and that's alright. So that's our editor, right? And we already have editor editable, and we have the content, which is markdown. But why do I transform it to HTML then? That's a bit weird. I could just give... Yeah, maybe it's the properties that is a bit... I wonder if it's not was content. Yeah, so here we have let content, let's call it like that, and we're gonna here have a string or undefined, and let's call it like that, and here we're gonna do content equals user content, right, and then here we're gonna have like a value with the text that we're gonna call preview, and here I will put a div in fade, and here we will do if non-nullish not empty string, that's even better, content. Okay, in feed, and here we're gonna do HTML markdown. Yes, a bit dumb to rename feed. All right. So what's happening now? Did I close the window? Ah no, here. So okay, so now I added this weekend this set editor context here, and it's with an init. So since we are in another context, we need to do that on mount as well. Not on mount, I would say, let's do it here. Alright, so I don't even have to load the HTML. I mean, it's a bit ugly, right? But yeah, but if I do that, it's relatively clean. The other option is, so that's option one, right? And the other option is what we say, we render the stuff here, but we don't want to have whatever attacker things. Yeah, sorry, that's wrong. And for sanitizer we need HTML utils. That's a nice one that uses DOM purify. So here in utils, yeah, seriously, I got this in every application now. I should really think about just making a package with that. And okay, and so right, so here technically I can use this component, and here we run the HTML. What do we get? Yeah. Yes, kind of have value too here, because there I really got like a clean rendered HTML, while here it's the editor, which is fundamentally not too bad, but it's kind of funny that for some reason this text here is smaller than this text there. Kind of weird. Don't know where. Anyway. But I kind of like the fact that we use rather HTML. I don't know, I feel like a bit cleaner to use like a parser, even though that's maybe the same parser. Yeah, I will think about it. So for now, I will just go with this. I will just let the two, and here we're gonna add an article, and here I will style it. Right, and I'm just gonna add shadow. Include shadow strong, extra strong. All right, and we're gonna put like a max 8 of, and overflow auto. Yeah, and maybe a bit of padding, which would be nice. And a bit of padding. Huh. Yeah. All right. Great. So that's not too bad for today. We have the first step. So I'm probably gonna keep this one, and I will think about it this week. And what I will do to prepare the next session is I will chain the two buttons with the various steps of the. We just have to implement the interaction with our container, and then we can effectively start doing the publish and this part. So I'm just gonna create publish wizard, Juno live. All right. All right, so that's it for today. I mean, it's not too bad. Like, kind of move slowly, but securely. So yeah, if you have any question during the week, ping me anytime, and enjoy. Bye bye.